What's going on, everyone? We are back with another video, and I am jumping on the tier lists. Yes, I don't know why, but they're coming back around right now. I've been seeing a lot of people do like their favorite fast food places, favorite snacks, what's the other ones? Favorite breakfast cereals, and stuff. And you know what? We're gonna do an NBA related tier list maker. So I was just looking through the NBA tier lists, and I found this one, favorite best NBA players tier list. So how I'm going to do this is basically my favorite player, not necessarily who I think is the best. Obviously, the better the player, they're probably going to be someone I like more. But there's definitely, some people who I might not like watching or just don't like them. And so they might be low. So, yeah. We're just going to go left to right. We're going to start off with Anthony Davis here. Anthony Davis, honestly, I'm not a huge fan of watching bigs play. I just don't find bigs that exciting. Obviously, when they're more athletic, you're going to get the posters. If they can even kind of spread the floor, they're going to be more entertaining, which is why I do like Anthony Davis more. I probably, back when he was on the Pelicans, all right? I think it was James Harden's first MVP. I thought Anthony Davis should have won the MVP. I thought he was just ridiculous. I loved him, and he would have definitely been A+. But because he's on the Lakers now, I fucking hate Laker Nation. He's a B. He's a B. Anybody who plays for the Lakers is a tier lower now. I genuinely hate the Lakers that much to where anybody who goes there, I'm probably going to hate more. So, yeah. Second up, looks like we got Bam Adebayo. Honestly, probably one of the best names to just say. Bam Adebayo. And Flight saying it, Adebayo. And hilarious. Cracks me up every time. But also, his game's really fun to watch. Honestly, yes, him being young is definitely going to boost him up. In, 4 or 5 years, if he's the same player, he's probably going to end up being ranked lower. But because he is still really young, I'm going to also put him at the B category. Again, it's just watching bigs play, I don't love it. Next up, we got Ben Simmons. If this is his rookie year or his second year where everybody was hyping him up, he'd be C. C category guaranteed. But everybody has flipped the switch on Ben Simmons and now considers him overrated. Everybody considers him overrated just because of his lack of a jump shot. I still love his game. He's still so dominant. Defensively, he's great too. And because he is now underrated, he's going to stay at the B. If this was like his rookie year, second year, I probably would have had him at a C or a D. But yeah. Next up, we got Bradley Beal. Bradley Beal, in my opinion, is super exciting to watch. Super exciting to watch. I just love when people are going to shoot 10, 15 threes a game and just go completely off. Super fun watching them. In my opinion, though, this year, a little overrated. So I'm going to have to put him at the B category. It's just, it's... Okay, I actually have, S GOAT and then extra GOAT. I don't think I'm going to do extra GOAT. I don't really want that category in there. I don't think I'm going to do extra GOAT. So I think I'm only going to go GOAT, which is going to be basically my favorite player to watch. I'll do maybe a couple in S and then a few in A+. And then B is basically that next tier down. But Bradley Beal is just not one of my top 5-10 players to watch, in my opinion. Maybe he is. Maybe I'm going to switch this all around. So we'll probably change it up as we go. We got Chris Paul here. Honestly, people started sleep again. I don't want to say he was overrated because he was definitely not overrated. He was literally one of the top point guards in the league, literally his entire career. Even now, he's still a top point guard in the league. Back in, what was it, maybe his second year? It was his second year in Houston. I think he only played 2 years in Houston, right? And his efficiency went way down. people thought he was starting to fall off. He didn't. I absolutely love his game. Love him so much. He's such an entertaining outside of basketball too. He's just such an entertaining person. So definitely got to go A+ for him. Damian Lillard. Are you kidding me? Anybody who's gonna jack up a 30-foot shot. Anybody who's gonna hit a sidestep 3 in Paul George's face in the playoffs. Buzzer beater. He literally probably has. That's definitely probably the best, the best shot I've ever seen. Like actually watching. Just the fact that was a buzzer beater, so deep, sidestepped that, and he had to shoot it over Paul George. Like, he's just such an entertaining person. His personality too. It's fun. We got D'Angelo Russell. If this was Brooklyn Nets D'Angelo Russell, he would be A+. He'd be A+. But currently, man, he's on the Timberwolves. They're kind of trash. He's a C. He might be a D. And I'm just going off of this list, right? I'm not comparing them to the average player. I have to compare it to this list. So I might eventually change it around. De'Aaron Fox, I'm gonna put it B. I think the Kings are terrible. I actually didn't know much about him coming into the league, but as I've watched him, he's such an entertaining player to watch for me. Guards like him, Westbrook, John Wall, guys who are super fast, athletic, and stuff. Love watching that kind of play style. If the Kings were good, he'd be an A+ for sure. Personality wise, off the court, he's such a cool dude. So I gotta put it there. Devin, is that Devin Booker? That's Devin Booker, right? Dude, the quality on these images are kind of trash. So it's but no, I'm pretty sure that's a Suns uniform. A+, man. I thought he was so overrated in the first 2-3 years of his career. DeAndre Ayton made a comment that him and Devin Booker were going to be the next Kobe and Shaq. Shut that down right now. But then just watching Devin Booker, absolutely loved that game. What was it? In the bubble, going 8-0, hitting that turnaround fade away. Was that over Kawhi or was that over PG? I forget. But that just instantly, I'm just oh my god, this dude's fucking insane. A+. Donovan Mitchell. He is honestly the reverse of Devin Booker and Ben Simmons for me. I thought he was going to be so entertaining in the beginning of his career, and he's still very entertaining. Utah's literally the first seed, and overall he's entertaining. I think this year, I don't know. I feel like a lot of players have been a little bit more inconsistent this year. I feel like there's a good amount of players who have been much more inconsistent this year, and I feel like Donovan Mitchell's one of those guys. But then Jazz are still a first seed. But nobody watches the Jazz. Gotta put them in a C. Flight. What? Come on. Oh my gosh. We got Giannis. I gotta go A+. His game, obviously he's very entertaining, very dominant. Just him not being able to shoot the ball well, obviously would in my opinion would not come down to a B. But off the court, he's literally so funny. He just trolls all the time. Interviews, on social media. If you follow him on TikTok and shit, man, he just trolls all the time, and he's so funny, man. So I gotta put him in an A+. We got Ja Morant here. Super entertaining player. Don't know much about him off the court. As much as I follow him on Twitter and stuff, I don't know too much about him off the court. I'm gonna have to put him as a C because he is. I do feel like he's underperforming this year, and so he just hasn't been as entertaining to watch. Maybe, you know, if he landed the dunk against Kevin Love, and then it was like 2 nights ago. Was it last night or 2 nights ago? He almost did that to someone else, and I don't remember who it was. Was it? I don't know if it was Draymond Green, but it was someone like notable. And maybe if he landed both of those, he'd be like a B or an A plus. But I got to keep him at a C for now. James Harden. I go back and forth with him. For me, he's either A plus or D. Like I don't love his personality. I don't love it off the court. Don't love it at all. Love his game. And since he's come to the Nets, I like it a lot more. The thing is, personally, okay, when he's hot, he's A plus for sure. Arguably S tier. I think I'm going to put him A plus for now. He might go down to B, though. Jason Tatum. Honestly, I got to go C tier. He's one of those players that I was talking about where I feel like have been more inconsistent this year. Like, his numbers are relatively the same as last year, I think. But, just pure, consistency, I feel like he has a lot more like worse games, but then a lot more like really good games, and just because of that, it makes it seem like he's performed worse, even though he hasn't necessarily. But like I prefer watching like he's either this great or like this bad. But if like he was just consistently right here, I'd probably like watching him a lot more. Jimmy Butler. After last finals, there's no doubt he's an A plus in my book for favorite players. I always thought he was super underrated. From the point that like he's just a winning player. He went to the Timberwolves, and you know they were good. They were really good. He left their dog shit. Philadelphia almost makes the finals. Like they were literally like Kawhi missing just the most ridiculous shot ever from making the finals. Or would that have, I think that would have been OT. I think that would have been overtime. But you get the point. They were that close to going to the finals, and with how injured Golden State was that year with Kevin Durant and Klay Thompson, Jimmy probably has a ring. Joel Embiid, oof. I'm starting to put too many people in the A plus category. I might honestly move everybody down a category for how many people I'm putting in A plus. I think I'm going to put Joel Embiid in the B. It's hard because he trolls so much. Like, just as a personality, he'd probably be a B, but personality-wise, totally brings him up to an A plus, and he has been performing really well. Karl Anthony Towns, just based off of his play style, in my opinion, he should be an A plus or a B. But again, same thing with D'Lo, man. He's just on a trash team, so I got to put him down there. And I also don't know much about him personally, so I can't really bump him off based off of that. Kawhi. If I'm talking about personality-wise, like, just some of the greatest memes ever have been NBA memes ever have been created because of Kawhi. But on the court, he's not flashy or anything. Probably got to put him in a B tier, man. I just have to. He is high B tier. I'm going to try and like do it like that. But he is definitely like high B, low A plus for me. But I can't fill up A plus too much. We got Kevin Durant. Personally, he's definitely S tier for me. He's arguably GOAT for me. I'm going to keep him S tier for now. I think I'm going to put everybody who I think is definitely S tier. I'll put in S tier. And then after I finish that, all decide who is the actual GOAT. But Kevin Durant, honestly, his game, I love watching more than anybody else. I can say that right now. Like, I just, like, literally unguardable. But, like, and I know, like, LeBron's unguardable and everything. But it's just, like, the play style of him being more of a shooter. And, you know, isn't really, like, you know, backing people down or anything. Like, he's got to shoot over that. I mean, you know, shoot over him. He's so tall, he doesn't have to. But, yeah. Kemba Walker, been super disappointing. I got to put him to a D. I think he's so overrated. And I got into that so much. Like, I thought his last year with Charlotte, he was so good. I thought he was so good. And, like, at the end of the day, they got rid of him. And Charlotte's not exactly doing much worse without him. I know they got Gordon Hayward, Terry Rozier, and they have LaMelo Ball now. But at the end of the day, his efficiency was not that good. It was not that good. He was overrated. Efficiency-wise, he was overrated. Like, he wasn't it. Kyrie, I can't put him in S tier solely because I hate his personality so much. I hate it so much. He's guaranteed A+ just because of how entertaining he is. Like, if you watch a game, if you watch a Nets game, or if you watch the Cavs games or Celtics game, you were tuning in obviously because of him or LeBron, Jason Tatum, Kevin Durant, whatnot. But like Kyrie, odds are, was not disappointing. It was going to be an entertaining ass game. LeBron, gotta put S tier. I mean, he just wins. He's a winner, man. So off of that, you put him in S tier. But then personality, like off the court, he's such a nice guy. So you gotta put him in S. Jokic, honestly, I think was so underrated. So underrated up until this season. Even now, I think he's honestly my front runner for MVP. And he's a guy who, like, it's not necessarily as apparent as, you know, like Giannis or Joel Embiid, who like troll all the time. But like Jokic low-key trolls all the time. It's so funny. And it's not on purpose necessarily. But to me, and his game's so entertaining to watch too. S tier. S tier. S tier. Literally, he's so consistent this year. He's so consistent. I have to put him in S tier. Pascal Siakam, I think, was a little underwhelming at the start of the season. Personally, I don't tune into Raptors games. So, personality-wise, I also don't know much about him. Based off of all that, I think I might have to put him in D. There's a lot of memes, so he could be C, but I gotta put him in D, man. Rudy Gobert. Like, he's a big. He's not entertaining to watch. Yes, he's going to do great defensively, but offensively, he's not entertaining. I just, you know, gotta go F. Westbrook. If you asked me this, you know, 2-3 seasons ago, A+ guaranteed. Gotta move him down to the B. Just because of his efficiency. Gotta put it down there. Is that Shea? Shea is so entertaining. Great player. I follow him on like Instagram, Twitter. Seems like a really cool dude. Very fashionable. Can I put him at A+? Honestly, I'm really into basketball cards. And he has so much hype in basketball cards. Gotta put it to A+. Curry, S tier. S tier. It's not even close. He's so entertaining. He's so entertaining. Like, greatest shooter of all. Like his game is so entertaining. Trae Young. Honestly, I feel like one of those guys who was inconsistent this year. Atlanta maybe a little underwhelming this year. I thought we would have seen more from him. I think he might be a C tier, honestly. I think I might have to put him at C. Oh, then days he's entertaining to watch. I think I have to go B. I think I have to go B out of respect of like how entertaining his game actually is. Zach LaVine, man. He low-key might be S tier. He's so entertaining this year. I'm putting him S tier solely because of his 2 dunk contest championships trophies. The 2 years he won the dunk championship, I thought Aaron Gordon should have won that second one. But Zach LaVine is such obviously I didn't get to watch Vince Carter in his prime. But Zach LaVine, most entertaining dunker I've ever watched. Off of that alone, S tier for those dunk contests that he brought us. Zion Williamson, I honestly gotta go B. I know he's athletic and everything, but the Pelicans are trash this year. I know he's so consistent. But his game also is just not it, man. I mean, I like guys who are going to spread the floor. And I know, like, he's huge. You know, he gets the boards. But he also misses a lot of layups. And then he, draws the contact and everything and gets the and one and whatnot. But in my opinion, he's got to be there until he spreads, he can spread the floor. And that's kind of like with Giannis. Giannis would be S tier if he could do that. So this is what we got so far. I like the list. I want to see if I want to change anything. I don't think anybody else goes down to F tier. I don't think anybody else goes down. Kemba is honestly so close. Do I want to move anybody from C to D, though? Honestly, I don't think so. B is looking solid. Again, this is not who I think is the best. This is just my favorite players. And I'm taking both on court and off the court into consideration. If you got a pop an Instagram account, Twitter account, you're just trolling the media and stuff like that during interviews and stuff, that's gonna help you a lot. So now we go to S. My favorite player to watch is Kevin Durant. Like, on court, if I can only watch one player, it's Kevin Durant. It's gotta be Kevin Durant. I just love his play style probably more than anybody else's. And that's not a knock on any of these guys. Kevin Durant, I just think play style wise is just so great. We take social media accounts into consideration. LeBron's always posting, mainly about his family. Obviously, stuff that's happening in the world. I don't know too much about Kevin Durant. I feel like he doesn't talk that much. A lot of it's usually business type stuff, I feel like. So social media wise, Kevin Durant's not it. He used to be. If this was 10 years ago, Kevin Durant, easy. That shit used to be so funny. But all the memes of KD's burner, like the amount of times I see like KD's burner on any like Instagram or Twitter post from like SportsCenter or something, shit's always hilarious. Jokic, I don't even know if he has a social media account, but he trolls the media and it's usually funny. LeBron James has also brought a lot of really funny interviews. Steph, one of the most entertaining players to watch. Interviews are funny. He has a great personality. His social media is usually pretty funny. Every now and then you got the golf posts, and those are funny. Then you got Zach LaVine. Zach LaVine is definitely not GOAT for me. Because the only reason he's S tier is because of his dunk contest. That's the only reason. Man, I think I have to put LeBron. I think I'm going to do extra GOAT. I'm going to bring LeBron and Steph into this category, and then I'm going to put KD there. I think this is my list of favorite players. Yeah, I think that's it, man. I think this is a good list. I think a lot of people are gonna hate on this. Again, last thing. This is favorite players, not best players. I just want to point that out there because if anybody argues about that, a lot of people will argue, oh, this guy's so much better than this guy. Like, how do you have James? Like, James Harden is, you can argue, way better than, not necessarily way better, but you could argue James Harden is the best player in the A+ category. Like, he's on par. Like, how could you put Zach LaVine there? Again, it's solely because of his dunk contest that Zach LaVine is in the S category. Those are so entertaining. Like, all other dunk contests, in my opinion, besides, like, Aaron Gordon's, the one with where Aaron Gordon should have won the second time he lost, or technically the third time he lost, but like the second time he should have won when he lost. Besides him, I have not seen an entertaining dunk contest in forever. So, yeah, there you guys go. Let me know what you guys think, and I will see you guys in the next video. Peace.